Hi folks, Don and Bob here, back in California Paleopark, and more dinosaurs. This time it's from the Horseshoe Canyon Formation of Canada. These are near contemporary animals to the animals we saw in the last video, but we've got two completely different genera today. We're starting in the viewing area for the last habitat, and you can see the multi-species display board there, getting a prominent location. I think I put it up on the workshop, and we're going to head on out toward the next habitat. Got glimpses of bits of it in the last video, I think. But I can see the sun is going down, and we're going to need to give it a break and come back when we have better light, like that. And say goodbye to these animals for the moment while we go back out around the other side of the big circle and come down toward this amenities building, another restaurant to keep our guests happy, and see the signage for the new habitat, the Horseshoe Canyon Formation woodlands. And we'll be going up the ramp past the signage of the two animals that are in here. And on the way, we have a couple of platforms. These are partly to break up that long walk. They overlook our other formation. And I probably want to do something more visual to represent that you're not looking at the animals you're headed for, but other animals. It would be lovely to have little statues to be different from the flat signs for this habitat's animals. But we don't have those right now. The guests have hoped, the devs have hoped to do more statues. But apparently the current statues are resource intensive, and they haven't had time to figure out ways to fix that because they've been busy making babies. Like proud parents, they keep showing us new babies of late. This is old news to many of you. Anyway, into the viewing building, and going to have to fix those screens since they're not displaying the animals. Bang, they're fixed. And we have a nice skylight in this building, circular seating for people who want to take a rest or do long-term viewing of the animals. We have an Edmontosaurus down there in the pond, and Pachyrhinosaurus on the hill behind it. This is a large exhibit because of the numbers of these animals. Both of these genera want a fair number of members of their own kind present. So that means lots of space. The building has a similar multi-species information screen structure to what we had in the last habitat, to unify the Canadian displays. You saw the souvenir shop, and on one side of the entrance, trying to figure out what to put on the other side. Don't really want to put in a food operation. And this is one of three water sources for the animals. Both these genera like a lot of water in their environments. So back into the building and up through the skylight for the overhead view of the habitat, actually the habitats. So you can see how the two of them are closely placed and echo a little bit their design sensibilities. The care building in the back there is slightly different from the other care building, but it's very much the same in that I just copied it over, broke a chunk of it off, slid it over so I'd have enough space for the additional animals, and then filled in the space in between. So similar design, most assuredly, but more space. So we'll go down and take a look at a couple of things about it. It's got that covered area to the gate, and the inside is again largely bare of props, doubled up on the hoses for washing things down, because we've got a lot more animals to take care of here. Still, it's got the two sizes of doors, and the animals, particularly the ceratopsians, still don't care which one they go into. It is what it is. I'm afraid it's what we have. And so out the other side, this needs a larger door structure, which I haven't put in yet, and I really ought to. So that's one slightly different feature of this building compared to the other building. Minor, but I felt like doing it. I need to do something about an under roof in that hangover. It doesn't look good against the walls there. So quick view into the side of the building before we get to some animals, and we're starting with Pachyrhinosaurus canadiensis, the one named for its home. I think this is probably my favorite of the three, and this would be canadiensis, so it's based on the original Pachyrhinosaurus skull. For the longest time, all that was known about this animal was its skull, and there was only one. I was fortunate enough to visit it while it was on display in a small local museum before it was subsequently turned over to the Royal Tyrrell Museum for further curation and care. The other animal in here is Edmontosaurus regalis. It has that silly little coxcomb fleshy crest, distinguishing it in game anyway from the other Edmontosaurus and related animals. Colors are great on the animal. The males are often very vibrant. The day was ending, so we have evening Edmontosaurus into night. But I think the male, which I believe this is, shows up decently, even so. Grumbling a little bit at us because it's probably time to get to bed and time for the video to end. So if you enjoyed the video, you know the drill. Like, comment. If you haven't subscribed already, I'd appreciate that. It helps my channel, and more people will see my stuff, and that keeps me going. Anyway, next time we have another dinosaur in this new expansion. Till then, be kind to each other. Take care, and I'll see you in another video next week, I hope. Bye now.